Hello everyone, this is Debs and this is your TGIF for Friday the 5th of December 2025. Great to be with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And let's of course just get into this reading and see what comes through. The deck that I'm using for you guys today is the Arcanum Tarot. If you want a reading, my website's down below. All the decks are listed and the link is there to join the channel to become a member. So guys, let's just see what comes through. And we're going to be starting off with the sign of Aries. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for Aries, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 5th of December. Heading into the weekend and into a new week. Wheel of Destiny, Aries. Four of Swords. Wow. That energy feels very spiritual. Are you thinking about the fact that something seemed to be fated? You're carefully contemplating something in meditation. You're thinking about maybe moving into a new cycle. Okay, right. So let's cut the deck, guys. All right, yeah. So Aries, the Wheel of Destiny and the Four of Swords. So you are thinking that something may have been fated. You may be contemplating heading into a brand new situation. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go, Aries. Wow, the 10 of Wands. So for some reason, you're feeling a bit stressed. You may feel as if you're carrying a heavy burden. And it might relate to a very traditional situation, a marriage or a Taurian. The Hanged Man. You may feel, Aries, as if you've been self-sacrificing, or there could be an aha moment about a Pisces. King of Swords. You're thinking very carefully about a situation. You could be considering seeking legal advice, or you could be coming up with some kind of plan. Some kind of plan, okay? The High Priestess. You're coming up with some kind of plan relating to a Pisces or a Cancerian that you're keeping to yourself. You're keeping this to yourself with the energy of the High Priestess. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles. The 8 of Cups. The 7 of Swords. The 8 of Pentacles. Aries, you may be considering walking away from a long-term commitment. Or you may be contemplating moving to a new area for work, which is what you may say to your married partner. I have to be in this area for work, for a new job. But actually, Aries, are you hoping to move into a living together situation with somebody else? This is you saying to your partner, oh, you know, I'm going to have to spend at least 6 months in another area. I'm going to be well away from home. I'm really sorry, but it's a great job, right? It's going to earn me a lot of money. But what you're hoping to do is move into a situation where you're living with a person that you actually love in that area. So you're being a bit strategic. And it may well be because you want to somehow keep hold of your 10 of Pentacles. The Death card, Scorpio. You're hoping to change your situation, but you're standing at crossroads. You're not ready to make a firm decision to, for instance, divorce your partner. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. So what you're planning on doing is potentially offering a future commitment to someone else that you love, but say to that person, I need to take my time. I'd want a living together situation with you to make sure that our routines match, to make sure that we could actually live together before getting more serious. And in that way, Aries, you can keep hold of your financial stability. Holding back from offering someone commitment, because this is you saying to somebody, but I think we ought to live together first. Okay? Yeah, 8 of Wands. And that's what you plan on saying to your person. Now, Aries, with the 7 of Swords and the King of Swords, there may be a bit of strategy here. I've got to be honest. It may almost be subconscious. I feel as if you want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or 3 birds with 1 stone, and this is your plan, i.e., I'm feeling really burdened in my relationship. I become enlightened that I really don't want to be in this anymore. It's too confining, too restrictive. With the energy of the High Priestess, you're coming out with a secret plan. And the plan is, I want to keep hold of my 10 Pentacles, but I want to leave this restrictive marriage situation. So I know, 7 of Swords, I'm going to say to my partner that I've got an amazing job opportunity a long way from home, so I can't use home as a base. I'm going to have to temporarily live elsewhere to take on this amazing job. What you then plan on telling the person that you want to be with is, I think I'm ready to leave my partner, but I'm not sure. I think the best plan is for us to live together. Maybe you're planning on moving in with them, because what you're telling them is, I just want to make sure that this would actually work long term. I do plan on committing to you long term in the future, but I'm not ready to risk my 10 of Pentacles in case after we've had a few months living together, I'm realizing it's not going to work out. But your long-term partner, Aries, is going to know nothing about this third party. As far as your partner's aware, you would simply be working away from home for quite a few months. So that is your plan. Underneath the deck, 6 of Swords. As far as you're concerned, Aries, you may have a much more relaxed lifestyle without the confines of being in a married situation if you moved away at a distance, the world. With the energy of the Devil, you may feel as if you want to end what you believe to be a confining situation. And Aries, you are also in love with someone. You could be in love with a Capricorn. Could be. But whoever this person is the other woman. Queen of Wands. And I think, Aries, you've been sat heartbroken thinking, well, I'm not ready to divorce, or I'm not ready to lose a lot of money here in separating from a long-term partner, but I want to live with my lover, or I want to live with this woman, or I want to get out of this confining day in, day out marriage situation. If I can swing it, then this would be perfect. I would get to live with a person I really love, and possibly, I don't know, Aries, rent-free, whilst keeping hold of my 10 Pentacles. So Aries, I'm really sorry if that sounds as if I'm suggesting you're being very strategic here, but with the King of Swords and the High Priestess, which is a secret, and the 7 of Swords, it may be you're simply trying to find your way around a difficult situation. Aries, let's have a look and see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to Aries in the near future? Okay. In the near future, Okay, reconsider. Aries, if this is your plan and you know deep down that you're not being totally honest with everyone involved, I've got a feeling that the angels, Aries, are saying to you, reconsider this plan. Because if there are things that you would have hidden, right? For instance, not telling your long-term partner that you're simply fed up of the marriage, that you really want to separate, but you don't want to lose your money. Maybe potentially making out to a third party that you've even separated from your long-term partner, you've separated from your wife, but you just want a few months living together to make sure that it's right for you before fully committing. Aries, they want you to put all the cards on the table, be totally open and honest with everyone involved. It may be painful, it may be embarrassing, you may feel that you might risk your 10 of Pentacles, but Aries, the angels are not wanting you to slip into shadow. This is a bit of shadow, to be honest, okay? So what they want you to do is close out one cycle before starting another. If you feel your marriage is really over, Aries, have the courage to end it and then approach the person that you love. That would be the right thing to do. Now, guys, no judgment. It could be that there's a lot of money at stake. It could be that you still love your long-term partner, but there's no passion, there's no romance, there's no chemistry anymore, and you're thinking about this third party. But I feel the angels are saying, Aries, be upfront, act with integrity, sit in a place of truth and honesty, and you're going to find that everything kind of slots into place. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, guys? So, my lovely Aries, I'm leaving it there. We're now moving to the sign of Taurus. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, here we go, guys. Friday, the 5th of December. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 5th of December. Heading into the weekend and into a new week. Thank you. Sorry about the noise in the background. My next door neighbour has a motorbike. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Here we go, people. What do we have for my lovely Taurians? Let's have a look, guys. Okay. Ooh, Taurus, Ace of Wands. You're thinking about a passionate new start. And you're thinking that that would bring you some kind of justice. Or maybe, Taurus, you're thinking about a brand new contract that for you would be very exciting. You could be thinking about a Libra for some of you. Queen of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. All right. Page of Cups. Okay, dealing with a masculine. Although you could be a feminine sat in your masculine. This could be a same-sex connection. Taurus, what I'm initially getting here is you moved towards someone. You had a one-night stand whilst you were in a legal contract. But what you later realised was you were actually in love with the woman you had a fling with, who's coming through as a water sign queen. You're looking at past mistakes, going, I wish I hadn't have treated this woman like a one-night stand, and you want to apologise to her because I feel as if you want back in her life. Yeah, Four of Cups. But you're nervous, Taurus, that she's not going to open the door. You're also worried that if you tell her the truth, I'm sorry, I wasn't actually single when I met you, she's going to push you away. Okay, the Knight of Cups. What you want to say to her, Taurus, is, but my feelings are genuine. Ten of Pentacles. But I couldn't tell you I was in a long-term commitment. I chose to hide that from you because I wanted to be admired. I wanted love and attention, affection. I was sitting a little bit in my ego, okay? Page of Pentacles, I'm so sorry. This is you turning up to speak to this woman with a gift. I feel Taurus. And there we have you, King of Pentacles. I am so sorry, but when I met you, I wasn't single. You may admit, Taurus, that you're now ready to end your long-term commitment, maybe to talk about giving child support to your partner to end it. You may be saying to this person, I didn't know what decision to make because there is a child involved. I'm a dad, right? Wow, 8 of Cups. But Taurus, you are ready to walk away from a long-term commitment. You may want to be with a Scorpio, or you simply want to change your situation to be with a person that you love. 8 of Swords, but you're in your head. What is this Queen of Cups reaction? Underneath the deck, Taurus, we have the 7 of Wands. Sorry, 2 cards stuck together. 7 of Wands. All right. She may be a bit defensive if you approach her. With the 4 of Swords, she may say to you, wow, okay, that's a lot to think about. I need a few days. She may be realizing, though, Taurus, that she has missed you. There was a very strong connection between you two. She's also realizing, Taurus, that you're willing to lose money in getting out of the relationship you're in to be with her. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. She's really thinking about that. But she's also thinking, Taurus, that you weren't honest with her to begin with. You know, this is her in her head. Can I trust this? What she has decided, though, maybe after a few days, what she will decide is that she's definitely going to hold back from moving into any type of third-party situation again. If you offer her the 10 of Cups, but you're maybe turning around and saying to her, I actually just don't think I can divorce. I'm going to lose too much money. Maybe we could live together. She may say no. This is a holding back from moving into a 10 of Cups because this is not the 10 of Pentacles. This is not a confirmed commitment. So she may feel, Taurus, that what you're saying is you're ready to walk away, right? Ready to walk away from your commitment. But you won't actually divorce. And if that is the case, if she feels that's really what you want to do, you want to stay in a 10 of Pentacles situation, but live with her in a 10 of Cups situation, she's going to hold back. Okay. All right, guys. So, all right, Taurus, beautiful. Let's move into angel messages. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Taurians? What do the angels want to say? Taurus, they want you to listen to your intuition. What does your intuition tell you this person is going to say? What does your intuition tell you? Okay. All right. The angels are suggesting, Taurus, that it's unlikely this woman will open the door to a sort of living together love situation if she feels you are planning on staying legally married. That's what I'm getting. You're in a legal contract, right? 10 of Pentacles. You plan on telling her, I'm really sorry about what happened in the past. I was in a horrible marriage. I'm sorry. Yeah, we had a one-night stand. I didn't tell you the truth. You're coming back to her to say, I do love you. I'm thinking of walking away from my commitment. But what you're not saying, Taurus, is you're not willing to go through divorce. And once she realizes that, you may have to accept defeat. Or Taurus, for some of you, with that information, you may think, well, it might be time to actually totally sever the tie with, say, my wife. This is what you might be thinking about, in order to make it work with the Queen of Cups. For some of you, that might be the case. All right, guys. I'm leaving it there. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Gemini. Okay, gems, here we go. Happy Friday. This is your TGIF, Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Geminis? That's lots of energy in this deck. If I can speak, lots of energy in this deck. What do we have for Gemini, please? Friday, the 5th of December, heading into the weekend and into a new week. The cards want to speak. Gem, what's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Let's have a look. Let's have a look, people. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, Gemini. Now, either you're thinking about a pre-Empress gem or you are sat in the 9 of Pentacles. Life is pretty good. You're single, but you're stable. The 3 of Wands. Waiting for your ships to come in, wanting to embrace change. But you have a decision to make. 2 of Wands. You have a decision about an opportunity, an offer. Now, this could be anything, guys. This could be you given the opportunity to move into a beautiful commitment with someone, but they may live at a distance and you're thinking, oh, you know, it's risky. I'm nice and happy and stable being single. Do I really want this? It might be, Gem, this is a job offer, but again, you're looking at across the ocean. You may have to move to accept this opportunity, a new job. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. The angels are going to guide you, okay? You may say to whoever this is, whether it's a career offer, whether or not it's a love opportunity, you may say to this person, I need some time to think. I'm not quite ready to make a firm decision. It's a big deal for me. Can I have some time? All right. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. Because first of all, Gemini, you want to make sure that this is equal, as in, if you undertake a really big move to be with somebody, are they going to put the work in? Is it really going to last? Is it going to get serious, right? I mean, I assume that this person's serious about you because this is them asking you to be with them, potentially to move to their area. If this is a job opportunity, are they going to pay you enough for it to be worth the really big move to a new area to take on the job? The Strength card. Wow. You're holding back. 3 of Pentacles. You're holding back working on this because there may be another opportunity, Gemini, that you feel would be better for you. I mean, this could be you thinking, well, you know, this person wants to get serious with me, but I'd have to move to another city, another state, another country. I'm not sure. And there may be somebody that you've met in your environment, Gemini, who's showing interest. And what you're thinking about is, well, why don't I see whether or not the person that lives in my area is going to be somebody that I could think seriously about? Because if that's the case, it will be a much easier connection to take forward, the move to be with this person, this other person. You could be looking at a job in your area. Knight of Wands. What you do know, Gemini, is you want to passionately move forward. You do know that. I think you've been sat in a really good situation, male or female, for quite a long time. Sitting in stability as a single person, ready for your ships to come in, ready to embrace change. But it has to be the right opportunity. It has to be the right job. It has to be the right person. You are willing to put in the effort, but as long as it's worth your time and effort is what I'm getting here. And I don't blame you guys. Yeah. The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. You are going to manifest moving passionately forward. With the energy of the Star, you're going to be moving forward into a situation that you're going to realize could be a wish come true. 5 of Pentacles. It's going to take money though, Gem. It's going to take money. Yeah, and you're a little bit conflicted about that. Okay, well, this is going to be actually a wonderful opportunity, but it's going to cost a lot to move, right? This is what I'm getting here. 2 cards of looking out across the ocean. It's as if you have to spend money on getting yourself into a situation where you could be with this person or you could take this job. Is it going to be worth it? Is it going to be worth it? Oh, 4 of Pentacles. Ah, Gem, you're sitting on the fence. I mean, this is you off and on in your head, which is very you, right? It's very Gemini. You're the twins. 1 minute thinking, yes, I'm going to go for it. The next minute thinking, well, hang on, screeching to a halt. I'm not sure about this. What you're realizing is you do want to move forward. You want to manifest your dream situation, your dream job, your dream person. But you're going to have to move location to make this work, which is going to cost money. And so you're off and on in your head. Do I want this, don't I? I don't know. Underneath the deck, my gems, 8 of Cups, yeah. You'd have to leave the situation you're in. You'd have to leave the area that you're in. Queen of Swords, this is you, Gem. And you are single. 9 of Pentacles, you're single. You're asking questions. Knight of Cups. Okay, this could be love. This is you saying to this person, okay, it's a lovely offer. Wow, you'd want me to move to live with you in your area. Wow, okay, great. It takes a lot of thinking about, though. I mean, Gem, you may bluntly ask this person, are you really in love with me? What you really want to say is this going to lead to getting engaged, getting married, happily ever after? If it's not, or this person is just thinking, oh, it'd be lovely to live with Gemini for a few months, let's just ask her to move in with me for a while. You're not sure. So this is you wanting to figure out, is this person on the up and up? Do they really genuinely love me? But we've got the 2 of Cups. Gemini, I think you're in love with this person. You just want to make sure that it's reciprocated. Not only that, you're wanting to make sure it's going to go somewhere. Because with the 9 of Wands, it's going to take quite a lot for you to make this transition, okay? Oh, Gem, I'm just looking at the next card. Are you back in your head again? This is you asking that question and then sort of thinking, well, hang on. Do I really want to move to be with this person, even if they say they love me? Okay. 8 of Wands, you're going to be communicating. 6 of Swords, that you want to travel to see them. It's almost as if you're thinking, well, that's the first step, right? So, Gem, if this is some kind of long-distance dating scenario, but it's been quite a while, the next time you go and see this person, you're going to really seriously talk about this. So you may say to them, look, I know at the moment we only see each other every couple of months or every 3 months. What you're asking me to do is a really big deal, to live with you in your area. I think we should talk about this further when I actually see you next, which might be in a couple of months, 3 months, something like that. Because you want to work out how this is actually going to fit together, whether or not you'd really want to move in with them. Are they in a 1-bed flat? Are they in a spacious 2-bed house? Is it practical? Could you get a job in their area? I mean, there's a lot to talk about face to face. So Gemini, I think what you're going to say to them is, well, if you genuinely love me, if you feel you're ready for this, then yes, I'd really consider it. But a move would be very expensive. It would be life-changing for me. I'd have to give up my job. I'd have to move out of where I'm living. It's a big deal. So you're basically saying, let's discuss it when we next meet in person. You're going to hold back from immediately saying, oh, yes, wow, my goodness, okay, I'm going to leave my job next month. Oh, I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to make sure that everything's shipped over to where you are. No, you're holding fire. You feel that's the best thing to do. You're not willing to do something impulsive that you may later regret down the line, okay? Here we go, guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Geminis from the angels? All right. Gemini, they're suggesting that you're actually quite assertive, which is suggesting that this person may be, in the nicest sense, really keen for you to live with them. They may be very passionate about you. They may be a little bit persuasive, a bit pushy. You know, come on, Gemini, for God's sake, move in with me. You need time to think, Gem. The situation will improve. Okay. Gemini, I think you want the situation to improve. So if you guys have had the odd argument, if you feel that this person loves being with you, but you travel to see them more than them travel to see you, it's a little bit one-sided, you put in more effort than they do, you want that to improve, first of all, because you're looking for an equal give and take situation. So Gemini, this is you speaking your truth, to be honest, guys. It's a lovely offer, but you want this person to understand the seriousness of what they are asking you to do, okay? All right, guys, beautiful reading, though. Take care of you, have a lovely weekend, and we're now moving to the sign of Cancer. All right, my lovely Cancerians, here we go. Here we go, guys. I hope you're well. Happy Friday. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Cancerians? What do we have for Cancer, please? Friday, the 5th of December, heading into the weekend and into a new week. What do we have for Cancer? I don't know why I'm hearing a train whistle. A train whistle. Are you going on a journey? Are you feeling as if it's time to get moving? Okay. Four of Swords. In deep thought, Cancer. In deep thought. Okay, guys. About the Wheel of Destiny. About moving forward into a new cycle. A cycle that would bring equal give and take. Because, Cancer, you've been very stressed out about this. And you have been thinking about embracing change. Yes. Okay, guys. So this is you thinking about a situation that at present is unbalanced. And what you're thinking about is, even though it's going to be stressful, it has to be better than where I am right now, because I keep thinking about this. I need to do something to change the situation. Okay. 4 of Cups. Yeah, because you've been unhappy with something here, Cancer. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. 3 of Cups. The High Priestess. Okay, all right, Cancer. This could be financial. This could be. What I'm getting here is you're thinking of moving into a new cycle to balance out a situation financially. You've been stressed out about this and you're thinking of doing something about it. Someone, Cancer, received a large amount of money, putting them in the 9 of Pentacles energy, right? A lot of financial stability, and they celebrated that. Whilst someone else is not really talking to you. Somebody else has pulled back. So Cancer, you may, for instance, have been super generous with someone in your family. You gave them a wish come true. You gave them something to get really excited about. It could have been a large amount, thousands. Whilst Cancer, you may not have done the same for someone else. And they are slowly emotionally drifting away from you out of upset, to be honest. They may not be talking about this anymore. They may not be complaining about this. There may initially have been words, but now everything's calmed down. But you, Cancer, have sat back, and what you've been thinking about is, I know this was really imbalanced, and it's been playing on your mind, Cancer. You're a nice person, right? You're nice people. You want to do something about this. You want to balance the scales. Ace of Cups. Knight of Wands. Okay. Oh, Cancer. All right. The Fool. All right. Cancer. Oh, I feel as if you want to bring a situation back together again. I don't think this is you charging forward into a new lover situation or anything like that. What I'm getting here is you want to sit in a place of self-love because, Cancer, you have felt really bad about this. You haven't felt happy with yourself. You haven't felt happy with your decision. And what you're thinking about is, I need to feel better about myself. And I will feel better about myself if I move. If I make a move, it's going to be a bit risky, but it would balance out the situation, right? Yeah, because then everything would be equal. Working to rebuild a situation that would be equal. Because what you're thinking about is, Cancer, you may have taken a course of action to help someone in need, but somebody else may have been very upset about that. And what you're realizing is you may have sabotaged a family situation here without really meaning to, you know? So, underneath the deck, yeah, we have Judgment. Sag energy, 6 of Wands. Okay. Archangel Michael, Cancer, is basically saying there will be a sense of doing the right thing, having done the right thing. You may be put on a pedestal, Cancer, for sacrificing somehow to bring a situation back into balance. There might have been a situation where the angels are asking you to temper any ego. You might have not apologized to the person that was upset. You may have just glossed over it. You may have made out as if it was their issue, their fault. Or you may have said to this person, well, I'm sorry, but I had to help somebody else. I don't have any money to help you now. And you may have hoped to sort of push it under the carpet. What you're realizing is it wasn't the right thing to do. This is about a lot of money, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. What you did, Cancer, was to reiterate to the person that you upset, well, yes, you know, I didn't give you the same amount of money, but it doesn't mean I don't love you. Of course I care. But what you realized was you'd actually caused a toxic situation. And you've been sat in fear, Cancer, that someone here with a 5 of Cups is actually still very upset about this. Because the truth was, there was an initial spark of anger from this person, right, with a Page of Wands, and you've been looking back thinking, okay, I know I didn't do the right thing. I know I didn't do the right thing. What you're worried about is with the 2 of Swords. Because you wanted to forget all about this, or because you sat in denial, you didn't want to balance out a situation, it might have taken more money. Someone here with the energy of the 4 of Pentacles is really struggling financially, and they're holding back, Cancer, from maybe communicating as much as they did with you before. And I think you're worried, Cancer, that if you say to this person, Knight of Pentacles, well, you know, I'll be able to help you in a few years' time, that sort of thing. Yes, you know, I'll balance things out, but maybe in 10 years' time in the will or something like that, you're going to lose this person, because it's as if everyone around you knows this was a totally unfair situation. You've been trying to sort of, in the nicest sense, forget all about it, but it's nagging on your conscience. That's the whole point. You keep thinking about this, and you're worried that eventually the person who you left out in the cold is simply going to detach. And you might have been responsible for the breakdown of a family situation, and you don't want that to happen. So Cancer, this is you considering taking serious action to financially balance out, I think, a family dynamic. Under the deck, we have the Ten of Cups, a family dynamic. So, Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to my lovely Cancerians about this? Reconsider, yeah. Cancer, they agree that you should reconsider your original plan of relaying to the person that you might have breadcrumbed, in the nicest sense financially, that they would be receiving money much later on. What the angels are saying is, Cancer, that's not right. Reconsider that original plan. Okay, I think that's what they are suggesting you should do. I think that's what they're suggesting is right in the situation. Yes, yeah, yes, that's right. Reconsider pushing this under the carpet and telling this person, well, you know, you're going to be receiving money later on. Because right now, Cancer, whoever this person is sat in the Four of Pentacles. They are really struggling. Whereas the person that you gave a lot of money to was sat sort of celebrating in the Nine of Pentacles. It was totally unequal. Okay. All right, guys. So my lovely Cancerians, I'm leaving it there. Have a great weekend. And we're now moving to the sign of Leo. Hello, my gorgeous Leos. How goes it, guys? I hope you got a lovely weekend planned. Let's get into this and see what's going to be happening for you over the next few days. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my beautiful Leos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, masculine or feminine. Friday, the 5th of December, heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. What do we have for my Leos? Thank you, Michael. Okay. Wow, Leo, you're very quiet, guys. You're very quiet. Are you thinking about something intently? Wow, Four of Swords. Goodness me, this has come out for so many of the signs. Thinking, analysing, in deep reflection, Leo. Emperor, about taking charge of a situation. This is also acting with integrity, okay? Because Four of Cups, you're not happy about something, Cancer. You're not happy about the way something was handled. You're not happy about a situation. Because there have been arguments, conflict, drama. And it might have related to a younger fire sign. Okay. So this is you wanting to take the reins. This is you wanting to set something right. Because with the Five of Swords, somebody, and it might have been this Knight of Wands. And I don't think this person is you, Leo. I think this Knight of Wands sabotaged a situation. The Hierophant. And I think, Leo, what you want to do is sit in self-love and take a traditional course of action to set this right somehow. Yeah, Leo, that's what you want to do. Yeah, because with a Hangman, Pisces energy, you're seeing things totally differently. You're looking at somebody else's perspective, Leo. And this is you thinking, okay, something has to change. High Priestess. Could relate to a Pisces or a Cancerian. Six of Cups. Okay, you're thinking about the past. And you're thinking about someone who may not be communicating with you. You're thinking about this, Leo. Yeah. Someone took a leap of faith and a risk, and it led to a lot of issues. You might have been dealing with an Aries, Leo. Yeah, someone here was deceptive. And you're looking back and realizing this. Okay, Ace of Wands. Leo, you may be feeling as if someone followed their desires. Now, whether or not this is someone leaving a family dynamic to handle a difficult situation, just dumping someone with their burden and heading off in another direction, or whether or not somebody you almost may feel got pregnant on purpose with the Ace of Wands, and it might be to obtain money, and I hate to say that. Leo, you're looking at a situation and you're realizing here someone was deceptive. Somebody took a leap of faith and a risk. You're now realizing someone here is self-sacrificing, has been for a long time. And I think you are planning on sorting this out. This feels very similar, Leo, to the reading that I've just done for Cancer. It feels very similar. So you may be connected to a Cancerian. You could have Cancer in your chart. But someone here is not speaking to you. And you're thinking about a risk that was taken by someone in the past that was actually deceptive. I almost feel, Leo, you're the middleman here, trying to put a situation right because someone was deceptive and another person was hurt because of that. Underneath the deck, we have, wow, the Ten of Swords. So one person felt betrayed because somebody else took a massive leap of faith and a risk. I think, Leo, with the energy of the Knight of Cups, you want to move towards someone to say, I am so sorry this happened. I am so sorry that you were sort of caught up in this. It really affected you. But you're sitting in a lot of fear, Leo. Because you may have felt that because of what somebody else did, it manifested a lot of anger about a situation. It manifested a lot of stress. I think with the King of Pentacles, you are the Emperor. This could have something to do with a legal contract. It could have something to do with a document relating to a lot of money. I think, Leo, you're wanting to sort this out. You've done a lot of soul searching about this situation, and I think you are taking legal action. Now, this could be a scenario, Leo, where you are in a family situation. It may well be that you feel one particular member of your family made out as if they were in a really bad state financially, and so you gave them a lot of money. You may feel, Leo, this came to light and another family member was very angry about this and started to detach. You're looking at the situation, realizing that the person that stated they didn't have any money actually had more than enough money. They were just being greedy. I've got to be honest. This could even be a child of yours who got themselves pregnant and then sort of landed themselves on you, Leo. Oh, you know, Daddy, I don't know what to do. Oh, I got myself pregnant. And you might have put them in a house because you wanted them to be safe. But then, you know, you might have had another sibling who said, hang on, Dad, you've just put my sibling in a 300 grand house and I'm having problems now. And you're saying you don't have any money to help me. This is really, really unfair. It could be something like that, because this is someone being sneaky, and this is a one-night stand that could have ended up in a pregnancy. Somebody took a leap of faith and a risk in the past, which caused another person to just disconnect from them out of a sense of upset, because whoever this person is, the High Priestess, Hangman, they were sacrificing, doing everything by the book, doing everything right. And you're looking at the situation now, Leo, thinking, you know what? Yeah, this was really unfair. It might have torn a family apart. Now, I don't know whether or not, Leo, you are going to try and balance the scales. You could be trying to take money out of one investment to release the cash to make things balanced. You could be changing your will. Whatever this is, you are coming through as the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. You are taking the reins of this. You are taking action, because whatever happened here, whoever did something risky might have brought the tower down on a family situation. And you are determined, Leo, to set things right. That's how I feel. Now, guys, you could read these energies differently, of course. But let's see what the angels have to say. All right, so Archangel Michael, what do the angels want to say to my beautiful Leos relating to the situation? Thank you, Michael. All right, yeah. Leo, what the angels are saying is take control of this. There is going to be something better, a better situation, a better outcome than just sitting on the fence in your head about this. Do something about this. Do something about this. Okay. Yeah, meditation brings answers. Really think carefully about this. I think, Leo, you're wanting to sort things out. You may be very angry looking back at the past that somebody might have been a bit manipulative, but what's done is done. And I think what you're recognizing here is someone has been sacrificing, but kind of doing everything right. And this is you maybe as head of the household thinking, all right, this is really not fair. I've got to do something about this. And you're taking action somehow. You're taking action somehow. Yes, under the deck. Okay. All right, my beautiful Leos, I'm leaving it there. Have a great weekend. And let's move now to the sign of Virgo. Hello, my gorgeous Virgos. How goes it, guys? This is your TGIF for Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. And I can't believe we're nearly at the end of the year, guys. What happened? What happened? I feel as if this year's gone by in a flash. But anyway, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos? Friday, the 5th of December, heading into the weekend, into a new week. Tell us about my Virgos. Thank you, Michael. Let's see what's going on, people. Oh my gosh, Virgo, 9 of Swords. Why are you sat in the 9 of Swords, my lovely Virgos? Oh, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, guys, you're stressed out about something. You're kind of hanging on in there, but there's a lot on your mind. Virgo, wow, King of Pentacles, could be you. Or you could be stressed out about a fellow earth sign or someone in a commitment, if you're female. Okay, Virgo, you're trying to make a decision. 2 of Pentacles. You're trying to make a decision because you want to heal a situation. You want to make a decision because you want to heal a situation. Okay, Virgo, I could be connecting with a masculine. Sorry for my girls. But you could be the recipient of whatever this guy is doing. There could be an Aquarian, if I could speak. There could be an Aquarian in the mix. This might take you making a very big move. Thinking about moving across the water. Okay, Virgo, if you're the King of Pentacles. It could mean you're going to have to juggle money, but you are wanting to heal a situation to sort something out. Wow. And this storyline's come through so much for this period of time. Okay. the Sun. You want to bring happiness to a situation. You could be thinking of a Leo, or you could be thinking of enlightenment about children. 2 kids here, could be. But that is the most positive card of the deck, Virgo. Yeah, the Wheel of Destiny. You want to move into a new cycle, Virgo, where everybody is happy. Simply that. Because you are fed up, feeling burdened and feeling stressed about whatever this is. 9 of Cups. Okay. This is enlightenment that somebody's moving into a new cycle. It could be you feel you overindulge this person. You feel now this person's waiting for their ships to come in. And you're wanting to sort out a situation. Or Virgo, you are simply wanting to be happy as an individual masculine. You are thinking that something was fated that made you very happy, and as a result, everything is falling into place. And I say that as a second message because this feels so similar already to both the Cancerian and the Leo reading. I could be dealing with a particular masculine who has Cancer, Leo, and Virgo strongly in his chart. This could be a very big situation I'm tapping into. But let's just see what else comes through. Ace of Wands. The Hierophant. The Four of Cups. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, okay. All right. Virgo. With the Ace of Wands, there might have been infidelity in a marriage. If this is you, Virgo, there was a lot of guilt, remorse, regret, because your partner may have been very defensive. But what you're thinking about is, I need to sort this out because I don't want to lose my family, right? I made a stupid mistake in the past. I was overindulgent. Because of what I wanted, I might have lost my family. I mean, this could be you trying to bring a family situation back together again. It could be, Virgo, that due to the fact that you may have been undecided about sorting out a situation, your partner was very angry with you. The Ace of Wands can be passion, it can be anger within a marriage, and you've been feeling guilty because you've been defensive, and this is you wanting to smooth over the waters, right? I shouldn't have sat on the fence about something. I shouldn't maybe have kept, my money secure because I didn't want to make a decision because it's put a lot of strain on a family dynamic. I feel really guilty. Maybe, Virgo, you were trying to save money, or you didn't want to spend money, or you didn't want to help someone out in a crisis, whatever this is. You're looking back thinking, wow, it was actually all about the money, and it put so much strain on a family situation. It's now caused you to sit in stress because you're realizing what you might have brought about, All right, Virgo, you're taking the reins though. This is beautiful. 8 of Pentacles. You're wanting to work on a situation. You're wanting to close out this really stressful situation. And with the energy of the Magician, I think Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini, you are hoping to have the courage, Virgo, you're hoping to have the courage to look at the family's stability, to look at a property. You could be thinking of moving, because after that, Virgo, we have the Two of Wands, right? And with the Page of Swords, you're also thinking about a difficult message of truth, which is somebody not being very happy with the situation. Yeah, now that person could be a child, Page of Cups, Could be a child or two children who are upset here, Virgo. Or it could well be that someone figured out what was going on. There was a massive blow-up row. You may have, in a roundabout way, Virgo, sort of apologized for this, but the situation wasn't made right. There was just a brief apology. It could be to do with a long-term commitment, Ten of Pentacles. It could be to do with child support. It could be to do with inheritance for children. I think, Virgo, you are wanting to sort something out because you keep dwelling on the past. You keep dwelling on the past. And what's worse, you know that you have simply wanted to shut the cycle out and not deal with it. What you're realizing is if you continue to sit in denial, or if you continue not to do anything about this to make a situation right, this is going to disintegrate. And what you're planning on doing now is to stand up for a family situation or stand up for a relationship. And there could be children involved. Okay, guys? So I like to see this, Virgo, because you are taking action. Beautiful. All right. Virgo, let's see what the angels have to say. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Virgos from the angels, please? Choose a new direction. So, Virgo, if you were planning on heading down one path, you're sort of stopping yourself and you're thinking, no, I have to make sure this is right. I have to make sure this is sorted out. You may be choosing another direction to sort this out. Okay, choose a new direction. Virgo, you may even be moving. You may even be moving to make something right here. There's something better. Yeah, choose a new direction, Virgo. There's something better. The angels are saying if you're planning on making this right, whatever this is, you would be doing the right thing. Okay? If you choose a new direction, Virgo, and try to make things right, you're going to feel a whole lot better about the whole situation. Okay? Yeah. So, Virgo, this is good. I like to see this. So have a lovely weekend. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Libra. Hello, my beautiful Libras. I hope you guys are well. Hope you got lovely plans for the weekend. Let's dive in and find out what may be happening for you guys. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my Libras, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 5th of December, heading into the weekend and into a new week. It's nearly the festive season, guys. It's coming up. I've already got my Christmas tree up. I hope you have too. All right, what do we have for Libra, please? Obviously not for you guys in Oz and New Zealand. I know that. I know that. Those of you who are in far-flung places, it's not Christmas with you. Okay, here we go, Libra. Enough chat from me. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. Oh, my Libras. Do you feel a bit nervous about money? Do you feel left out in the cold? Wow. 7 of Swords. Knight of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Wow. Okay, Libra. 2 scenarios come straight to mind. The first scenario is somebody left you out in the cold, deceived you, cheated on you, because what you're realizing now is they're leaving you to be with somebody else and you're sat in burden. Oh my God, my partner fell in love with somebody else. They had an affair on me with somebody else and they're leaving me in the 10 of Wands. You may feel worried about money, Libra, if this was your partner and they're saying, I'm sorry, I'm going, I love somebody else. And you're thinking, well, hang on, I can't afford to pay the rent or the mortgage by myself. You're just separating from me. We're not going through a divorce. So what am I going to do financially? It may well be, Libra, that You feel that for some of you, an air sign or a fire sign was deceptive, and it might have pertained to a lot of money. They may have wanted to sit in financial stability, and they're basically taking the money and going, leaving you to handle responsibilities. It could be a family situation. Whatever this is, Libra, you're thinking about this. You're thinking this is really unfair. This is really unfair. Eight of Pentacles, because you've worked very hard, Libra. You put effort into a relationship, or you've done everything right and you've been heads down working, trying to keep your head above water. Well, somebody else screwed up. Somebody else is sort of heading off into the sunset, sort of leaving you in it. Ace of Cups. Four of Swords. Libra, you're very quiet, guys, which is very you. You're not kicking up a massive fuss, but you're thinking about what happened here. You are trying to sit in self-love, telling yourself, I'm going to be okay, I'm going to be okay, I'm going to heal, it's all going to be all right, but you're worried. You're worried. Can I manifest a peaceful, calm life without worrying about money going forward? And this is you looking at a situation where you feel somebody betrayed you, somebody lied to you, or somebody got away with a lot of money and left you in the Ten of Wands. High Priestess. You're trying to use your intuition, Libra. You're really trying to figure out whether or not, if you put your head down and you work, whether or not you're going to be able to keep afloat. Am I going to be okay? Is it all going to work out or not? You're sitting in the Five of Pentacles. You're worried. The World. As far as you're concerned, whoever betrayed you, whoever left you in the Ten of Wands, that connection is totally done. You're no longer speaking to this person. The cycle has completely shut out. Because of a difficult message of truth, Libra, from a King of Pentacles. Okay. And you're standing at crossroads thinking, am I going to be okay? How am I going to manage? What am I going to do in the situation? Now, Libra, if this is romantic, if it is, could be your partner cheated on you and you're thinking, okay, I'm just going to cut communication. I can't believe they've left me in this situation. It may well be that they're keeping an eye on you. You may be receiving a message from this person, a very blunt message. I'm really sorry to put you in this situation, Libra, but I have to say, I miss you and I am standing at crossroads. Basically, did I do the right thing in leaving you to be with somebody else? You may not be saying anything, Libra. You may be saying, well, you know, you made your bed, you lie in it. You think you made a mistake. Don't come crying to me. Could be. Yeah, you're very disappointed in whoever this is. Queen of Swords, maybe connecting with a female, Libra. Okay, guys. Wow. You had to go through the Tower. You had to go through the Tower. This was a really difficult situation for you to cope with. Yeah. You might have felt betrayed with the Ten of Swords. You may have had sleepless nights with the Nine of Swords. You're looking at the past, Six of Cups, thinking about a Queen of Wands, an Aries, Leo, Sag who may have betrayed you, or thinking about the fact that your King of Pentacles headed off to be with another woman. Okay. Four of Pentacles, you're holding back from those involved, and you're worried about your money. You're worried about your finances, and you're feeling heartbroken. Oh, bless you, Libra. You're heartbroken because you know the truth. Ace of Swords. Now, you could find out the truth about a Scorpio, or the truth is, whoever this person is, 8 of Cups, has basically upped and left you in it. This is a partner who's left the family home with a big mortgage to pay. They're not giving you any money towards the mortgage. They're moving in with the Queen of Wands, and you can't believe it. This could be you understanding that a family member, even Libra, betrayed you. They could have betrayed you out of a lot of money. And this is you very, very upset about this. You could be speaking to a King of Pentacles about this, or it could be the King of Pentacles who betrayed you. If this is to do with money, Libra, this King of Pentacles is saying, the truth is, I know why you were upset about this, and I'm standing at crossroads thinking, what can I do? You may not want to talk to this person any longer, Libra. You may be thinking, well, it's too late now. You know, what's done is done. If this was a Queen of Wands who betrayed you, and this was nothing to do with love, this could be a family member. And in which case, Libra, even though it breaks your heart, you can't talk to this person again, because what you're realizing is they were manipulative in terms of getting money that should have been yours. And they're very happy to watch you sit in the 4 of Pentacles struggling. And you can't quite get your head around that. How could this person from my family behave that way? You know, you may be just shocked. You know the truth? Okay, the Death card. A cycle is over, 8 of Cups, because somebody's walked away. Yeah? All right, guys, let's see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what advice do the angels have for my beautiful Libras in the situation? Thank you, Michael. In the near future, okay. In the near future, Libra. Compromise, okay. Libra, somebody may try to make something right. You may need to compromise, or Libra, you may feel you just want to wash your hands of the situation because you were betrayed, and you may be saying to somebody, well, I'm sorry, but you will need to compromise because I was left in a really difficult situation. Yeah. Compromise will be talked about relating to this, okay? So guys, don't worry, I'm pretty sure you're going to be okay. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Scorpio. Okay, my lovely Scorpios, how are you guys? Hope you're well. This is your TGIF for Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Scorpios? Friday, the 5th of December, heading into a new weekend and a new week. What do we have for my Scorpios? Thank you, Michael. Okay, how weird. I'm seeing somebody take an item and they're saying, I don't want it there. And they're putting it in another room. Maybe you're moving something, Scorpio, because you don't want someone to see something. I don't think you're being... Oh, okay, that might be the truth. Ace of Swords. I don't think you're being underhanded, but you may just be wanting to, I don't know, protect something. You may be feeling it's not appropriate to have that there. How weird. Okay. Ace of Swords. So that card flipped out, the truth. Ace of Swords. Michael wants that to one side. Okay. Oh. He's now saying, are you putting the truth to one side? Sorry to say that, but you might be. The Sun. Leo energy, growth, expansion, happiness, forward movement. Okay, Leo energy there. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. The Lovers. Okay, Scorpio, there might have been enlightenment that a Sagittarian found out about an affair, Or you may be very happy with someone who is a third party, Scorpio, but you're tempering the desire to continue a third party situation, or you're tempering a situation, smoothing over the waters with a Leo, a Sag, or a Gemini. Whatever resonates for you. Wow. Ten of Swords. Betrayal. And we have Justice. Did someone betray a legal contract? Did somebody betray a marriage? Did somebody betray a Libra? Oh, Scorpio. Wow. Look at these major arcana, guys. The Sun, Temperance, the Lovers, and Justice. Big energies, Scorps. The Page of Cups. There could be a child involved, or you may feel you need to apologize to someone. Or somebody may be apologizing to you, wanting to move to calmer waters, my Scorps. Seven of Wands, but there's defensive energy here. Somebody's not happy. Could be you, guys. Yeah, somebody's not happy. Page of Pentacles is, I don't care what you say. I'm heading in another direction. I don't want any part of this, or I don't want to see you again. Wow. The Ten of Cups. I feel somebody is trying to give another person an olive branch, and they want to talk about a family dynamic. It might involve children. Nine of Pentacles. King of Wands. Two of Swords. Okay, Two of Pentacles. All right, Scorpio. Now, you could be involved with a King of Wands. If you are in a long-term commitment with a King of Wands and you found out this guy was cheating on you, and you had to sit in the energy of, he deceived me, right? Oh my God, I can't believe it. He betrayed me in our marriage, that sort of thing. What he's saying to you is, I'm so desperately sorry. I want to sort this out. I know you're going to feel defensive about this, but I really want this back. I will never cheat on you again, right? Scorpio, you may be saying to this guy, I'm sorry, but it's done. You cheated on me. It's really done. I'd rather be single. You may be having a conversation with this King of Wands. What he's saying to you is, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, I will never, ever, ever cheat on you again. And Scorpio, you may be standing your ground saying, I don't care. This is really done. Once was enough. This is over. You betrayed me. He could have betrayed you in another area. Okay. If Scorpio, you are the third party, you're very attracted to this King of Wands, but what he is saying to you, somebody found out, a child was enlightened maybe, that we were having an affair. This child feels betrayed. I've got to bring justice to a family situation to smooth everything over. And I'm so sorry, I'm going to have to push you away because I've got to think about my children. 2 pages here. I know that I love you. I know, says this King of Wands to you, Scorpio, if you're the third party, I know that with the 9 of Pentacles, we could have a wonderful life. You make me incredibly happy. I would want this affair to go further, but I'm going to have to push you away because with the 2 of Pentacles, somebody's found out about the betrayal. My kids have found out I was cheating on their mum, right? Somebody saw me with you and my family is distraught. Whatever your situation, guys, this is a conversation, very serious conversation. 8 of Wands, yeah. Serious conversation. There may be the energy of the Five of Pentacles. You may say to this King of Wands, I feel left out in the cold. Or he may be saying to you, everything's blown up. This whole affair has to end because people have found out in my family. My kids have found out, right? My partner found out. I could be left in the Five of Pentacles. I'm not prepared to go through that. Just because I wanted to win, just because I wanted to be with you, just because I wanted my ego stroked, right? It's too much to lose. Too much to lose. Whoever this King of Wands is looking at past mistakes. And those past mistakes could have been he had an affair, Knight of Wands, okay? And what he's telling you is, I've sabotaged my family situation. I've screwed everything up. People have found out, right? I'm so embarrassed. I've fallen off the pedestal my family put me on. Or what he's saying to you is, Scorpio, I'm going to have to sabotage this beautiful passion I have for you. We're going to have to end this affair because everyone's found out. Everyone's found out. And there are people around this King of Wands who are very angry, very upset, because of the deception. Or Scorpio, you could be very angry with this King of Wands, saying to this King of Wands, you told me you'd leave your wife, you told me we'd be together, you told me we'd have a lovely new life. And what this King of Wands is saying is, I am so sorry, we're going to have to end this juggling, we're going to have to end this affair, because people have cottoned on to what's going on. I've got to think about my kids, I've got to smooth everything over, I've got to make things right, because someone felt betrayed relating to the lovers. Whatever your situation is. Okay? Wow. All right, my lovely Scorps. Let's see what the angels have to say. So, Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my Scorpios? Thank you, Michael. You're ready. I think you're ready, Scorpio, to see the truth and to make a decision based on that truth. You're ready. You're ready to make a decision as to what to do about this, whether you're the third party or whether or not this is your partner who cheated. Look for a sign. Okay. Scorpio, look for a sign pertaining to what you should do. There's going to be something that you see or you hear or something that you find out. And whatever that is, you will be ready at that point to make a firm decision. To say to this King of Wands, okay, I'm sorry, I can't forgive you for the affair, we're divorcing. Or to say to this King of Wands, okay, well, I understand your family found out. In that case, I realize you're not ready to divorce, you're not ready to commit to me, so I've got to let you go. Okay? All right, guys. My goodness, my Scorps, I am leaving it there. Have a lovely weekend. Take care of you. And we're now moving to the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, beautiful Sag. How are things going, guys? Hope you're well. Let's find out what's going to be happening. And oh my goodness, it's been a bit of a challenging period of time for so many. But I like to see people standing up for themselves, you know, trying to act with integrity, do the right thing. I like that. So what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians, please, Michael? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. Somebody out there is saying, I can't believe how quickly the years have flown by. Somebody's looking at the past, feeling nostalgic. Or Sag, you could be thinking, wow, you know, it was only a few years ago that I was 21. Could be. You may now be in your 40s or 50s or 60s. I don't know, guys. Oh, bless you. Okay, Saji. Three of Swords, you're feeling heartbroken. either about a Capricorn who you could be in love with, or you're heartbroken, Sag, about a situation that might have turned toxic. I feel as if you want to leave the past behind. You're desperate to leave behind the energy of the devil, the heartbreak. I feel as if, Sag, you want to turn your back and embrace the new. You might have gone through a really difficult time here, guys. Really difficult time. Wow. You're thinking about betrayal. You're thinking about the Wheel of Fortune. You want to move into a new cycle. You want to close out a situation, Sag. Yeah. Wow. You're so ready to leave something behind here. Whatever this was a challenge, guys. This was a challenge. Justice. Libra energy. Four of Cups. You're not very happy about a legal situation, or you're very upset about a contract. Maybe a contract ended. Could be a relationship. Three of Cups. Somebody wants to come back together with you, Sag. Somebody wants to pull you back in. But it's as if, no, I don't want this. I think, Sag, this is either someone who you realise cheated on you and you were heartbroken, or what you're thinking about is somebody saying the situation will improve. Let's talk about this. But Sag, I think all you want to do is turn your back because you feel a situation is totally done and you want to move forward into a new cycle. You want to bring balance to your life because whatever this toxic situation was, it drained you, it was upsetting. Somebody's saying, okay, Sag, but I think we can sort this out. I think if we come together and talk about this. But I don't think so, Sag. I think what you're considering is, I want to get as far away from the situation as I possibly can. You may be thinking about moving out of living with someone, heading even to a different city, different state, different country. You could be thinking, Sag, that if you juggled money and you're sensible, you could be in a really good situation in a brand new environment. You want to leave the past behind. That's really clear. Knight of Cups. Yeah, but somebody wants to work a situation out, Sag. This is, I care about you, or I love you. You know, can we rebuild? Can we sort this out? This person may be wanting to talk to you about money and a lover's situation or a choice. This could be a Gemini. Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. Yeah, Sag, I think you're out the door, guys. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Sag, you are taking charge. Look at you. I mean, it's as if, yeah, I do not need this shit. I'm sorry to swear, but I mean, it's as if you're standing up for yourself. Yeah, I don't think I need to, you know, I don't think I need to look at this. I'm manifesting the new. I'm taking action. I'm turning my back. So, Sag, if this is somebody who betrayed you, they're basically apologizing for a lover's situation. They want to rebuild with you, but what you're thinking about is, I'm an attractive woman. I have a heck of a lot to offer. I'm going to simply manifest being with somebody else. You may be leaving someone to live in another area. Or Sag, this could be someone who made a really bad mistake. You felt betrayed. And with the energy of justice, this is you thinking, yeah, I don't want to try and sort things out. I don't want to try and work things out. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, no, as far as I'm concerned, this is really done. This is really done. You're manifesting the new. You're manifesting taking action and moving into a brand new situation, Sag. Because whatever this was heartbreaking for you. Yeah, guys. All right. Underneath the deck, guys, Five of Cups. This can be guilt, remorse, regret. I think, Saggy, Someone did something to really upset you. They feel so guilty about this. They might have sat in the Seven of Swords. There might have been deception. Nine of Wands. You may have thought initially, should I hang on to this? Could this be mended? But whatever this was, Sag, put a lot of burden on you. It might have related to another woman. It might have related to a Queen of Cups. I think, Sag, you've been standing at crossroads thinking, I don't know what to do. Or maybe, Sag, you realise that someone was still on the fence pertaining to another woman. Oh, well, Sag, I need to think about what I want here because I've got a choice between you and another woman. And you may have thought, I'm going to make the decision for you. There is the door, right? Ace of Pentacles, yeah. I think, Sag, you are considering a massive change. This is uprooting and moving. I think you're going to tell someone that you're moving to a new area. This is, I'm getting out of here, right? Seven of Pentacles, you may be looking at past mistakes. You could be thinking, I've stayed too long in the situation, or you could be looking at savings. And I think, Sag, you're making a judgment call to sit in the Six of Wands. It's as if, no, I am going to have victory and success. I am going to make a success of this. If this person doesn't, appreciate me or recognize what they had with me, their problem. I will simply move forward and meet somebody else. Or, Sag, if this is someone who is saying to you, oh, we can sort the situation out, we can work together on the situation. It could even be a job dynamic. What you're saying to this person is, yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm moving. I'm out of there. I will be absolutely fine by myself. I do not need you. I'm shifting forward onto a new path. You are determined to sit in the Six of Wands, Sag. And to be honest, I think you will do. I think this is going to work out for you. There is, whatever this is, Sag, there is a situation here that you do not want to go back to, or you do not want to stay in. You've had enough. You're turning your back. All right, guys. So let's move to the Angel Answers deck. Okie dokie. What do we have from the angels, please, for my lovely Sagittarians? What's the guidance from the angels for Sag? Thank you, Michael. You're ready. Okay, Sag, I think you're ready for a brand new situation, a brand new cycle. What are you ready to do here? You're ready to say no. Somebody wants you to work with them. Somebody wants you back. Somebody wants to mend a situation. And what you're saying to them is you're ready at this point, Sag, to simply say a flat no. No. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, not sorry is what I'm hearing. All right, guys, you're being assertive. You're standing up for what you believe in. So have a lovely weekend. Take care of you guys. And we're now moving to the sign of Capricorn. Hello, my beautiful Caps. How's it going, guys? Happy Friday. Let's see what is going to be happening for you. Oh, okay. I can see someone looking at a document, a contract. It could be anything. They're tracing their finger along these lines that I can see. They're reading it very carefully. You could be looking at a rental contract. You could be looking at a sales agreement. You could be looking at immigration papers. You're looking at a very important document intently. Intently. Okay. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 5th of December, heading into the weekend, into a new week. What have we got for my lovely Capricorns? Thank you, Michael. The Knight of Pentacles. So this could be you about to put down a deposit on something pretty major. It could be on a house. Whatever this is, it's been a long time coming. Five of Cups. Because Capricorn, you've been feeling not very happy about a situation. You may be changing a situation that you haven't been happy about. You could have been really miserable, guys, in a, a horrible rental flat or something like that. And you're realizing you've got just enough money for a deposit to buy somewhere, and you're deciding, okay, I'm going to do this, but it's going to take all of my savings, so I've got to do this really carefully. Could be something like that. King of Wands. You may be working with a King of Wands, or Cappy, this could be you sat in the King of Wands taking action. Ten of Wands. There's burden here. Whatever this is, Caps, it's a big deal for you because you've been standing at crossroads. Yeah, okay. So Caps, whatever this has been a long time coming. It could be to do with money. It could be to do with a King of Wands. There's been a lot of stress about taking this action. Or you may feel a King of Wands is stressed, waiting for your reply, waiting for your response. Ace of Pentacles. It could be to do with a lot of money. This is a really big deposit. You could be paying a big deposit to a King of Wands. And this is you thinking, oh my goodness, is this right? Am I doing the right thing? You could be thinking of moving in with a King of Wands and you're signing a joint rental contract and you're thinking, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? This can be uprooting and moving. This has been a long time coming, guys. Yeah, you've been looking at options. You've been looking at options. Seven of Cups. And you've been stressing out about this. Oh, bless you. Or you could have been dealing with someone who's stressed out about you. This could be a King of Wands, Capricorn, who is about to transfer a large amount of money to you. And he's wanting to make sure that you're happy with this. He's stressing out. Is this going to be okay for Capricorn? Because there was a lot of stress about a situation, a lot of anxiety, maybe even an argument. Wow, about a Pisces, or about the fact that someone had been self-sacrificing. Or Capricorn, you may have been angry, feeling as if you've been self-sacrificing, waiting for money from someone, and this is the, finally, eventually paying you so you can actually move forward in some way. But Caps, you may have been waiting a very long time. And this is you looking at a contract, making sure it's watertight, Five of Wands. There could have been arguments here with a Pisces or about a Pisces. Or you felt stuck. You felt as if you've been self-sacrificing for the longest time. And for you, this is finally you moving forward. Still a bit conflicted. Oh my God, this is a large amount of money. Am I doing the right thing? If you're making the payout, you're a bit nervous. Strength card. You want to hold back from any drama, any stress. You want to make sure this is going to work for you and anyone else involved. You could be thinking of your health. And with the Nine of Wands, you're wanting to end a cycle. You're not wanting to sit in the Nine of Wands anymore. You're doing this for a reason. You're paying out this money to give you a sense of stability. Or you may be receiving a lump sum of money from a King of Wands. And this has been a long time coming. And now at least you can move forward because this has stressed you out to the point where your health may have been deteriorating, Yeah. Fast movement forward, a lot of communication. Okay. You could be connecting with somebody at a distance, even across the water. Underneath the deck, Caps, Five of Pentacles. Okay. You might have been worried about money. You may have been juggling money, or you may have been trying to make a decision as to whether or not you should actually relocate. Trying to make a decision. We got somebody who is thinking about a situation across the water. We've got the Chariot. Wow. You might have been thinking of moving, Caps, but you may have been pulled in two different directions. There may also be a connection here with a King of Cups who may well be a Cancerian. Now, you could be leaving a Cancerian to be with a King of Wands, or you could be with a King of Wands and you're divorcing a King of Cups. This feels complicated, guys. This feels complicated. The Three of Pentacles, working in partnership, dividing money, maybe. Eight of Swords, you're in your head. Is this a good idea? Am I doing the right thing? You're reading a contract very carefully, because you could be closing out a cycle, or you could be moving to another country. There is love involved. Two of Cups. Wow, Capricorn. So guys, so many scenarios. This could be you getting out of a business. You might have been part of a business because you have fallen in love and you want to be with somebody in another country. But this is you know, making sure that you receive your fair share of a business in terms of money so you can leave and move forward into a new life with somebody that you love. This could be you divorcing someone to be with somebody that you want to be with. This could be you moving, purchasing something, purchasing a property for the first time because now you've got the money, and you may be communicating with a King of Wands and a King of Cups. Could be the real estate agent, could be the seller, something like that. And this is you hoping it's all going to go as planned, because you could be buying something even off plan at a distance and you're hoping it's all going to work. Whatever this is, Caps, you're going to be receiving a lot of communication, but this is something very important for you. And it involves travel, movement, a large amount of money, wrapping up a cycle with a world card and a contract. So guys, let's see what the angels have to say. All right, people, let's have a look. Let's see what the angels have to say. What do we have, Archangel Michael, for my lovely Capricorns in the situation? It's up to you. So Capricorn, this tells me that no one's forcing you to do anything. No one's forcing you to sign a contract or to take action. You have to make that decision. Now, for some of you, you may hold back from, say, putting your signature on something or signing on the dotted line. You may need a few days more to think about this. Somebody may be chasing you. Have you signed the document yet, Caps? You know, what are we doing here? And you're thinking, oh God, oh gosh, it's a really big deal. I'm holding back. Am I really doing the right thing? You know, it's up to you guys. The angels can only guide you. Everyone has free will. What else are the angels saying? Helpful people. Capricorn, you're not on your own in this. If you're nervous, if you don't think you're doing the right thing, seek guidance from other people, or maybe seek legal counsel, get a lawyer to look over a contract, or seek advice from somebody who might have been through the same thing. You're not on your own in this. I want to keep saying that, and I don't know why. Okay? All right, guys. So I'm leaving it there. Have a lovely weekend. Take care of you guys. And we're now moving to the sign of Aquarius. Okay, my beautiful Aquas. This is your T.G.I.F. Thank God it is Friday reading. For Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. Archangel Michael, what do we have for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Friday, the 5th of December, heading into the weekend and a brand new week. What do we have for Aqua? Okay, I can see someone, it's so weird. I can see someone almost making a dance move, a ballroom dance move, shifting to one side and moving forward, shifting to one side, moving forward, shifting the other way, moving forward. I don't know, Aqua, are you undertaking dance lessons? Are you avoiding someone? Are you shifting out the way? Okay, yeah, really don't want to talk about this. Let's see what's going on, people. You could be protecting yourself. The Two of Wands. You're standing at crossroads. You may have just received a message, or you may be waiting to hear back from someone pertaining to what you've told them, pertaining to what you've said. I wonder how they'll react, right? The King of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, the Strength card. Leo. The Fool. The High Priestess. Okay, Aquarius, you've sort of reached stalemate with someone. You may have hoped to hear back from a King of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, a Pisces, a Cancerian, a Leo, or an Aries. A lot of heavy energy on the board. You could be dealing with a lot of people or a very intense situation. I think, Aquarius, you are holding back from doing anything too risky, because what you're intuiting is this King of Pentacles somehow is holding firm. He's not going to make a move. He could be hanging on to money. If this is financial, you may be intuiting he's not going to help you out financially. Or Aquarius, you could be standing at crossroads as the King of Pentacles. You may be holding back from leaping towards a High Priestess because you're feeling that if you do, she's simply not going to communicate. It's going to be a waste of my time, thinks Aquarius. And it could be, guys, because you're still locked in a long-term commitment. This could be somebody you want to be with. The Empress. Wow. Okay, Taurus, Libra energy. The Ace of Pentacles. The Five of Swords. The Nine of Swords. Wow. Okay, Aquarius. I think you're standing at crossroads. I think you're standing at crossroads holding back. Either because a King of Pentacles is not being forthcoming, is not reaching out to you. It may be something to do with money here, and it may have something to do with an Empress. You may feel, Aquarius, that an Empress was given a large amount of money and is now moving. You may feel she's sabotaged a situation and she's leaving you stressed. Aqua, Four of Cups. There's a lot of disappointment in the situation. A lot of... I just want to say disappointment. I wish it didn't come to this. I wish this didn't happen. You know? Nine of Wands. Aqua, you're not quite sure what to do here. You may be feeling frustrated because you want to move into a new cycle. You want to take action. You want progress. But you're either held back because you're in a relationship, or you're held back because somebody else is in a relationship, or you're waiting for somebody to give you a lump sum of money that's simply not forthcoming. It's as if you don't know what to do now, you know? You may be communicating with someone that you're stressed about this. You're not happy, you're stressed about this, a difficult message of truth. Because you may be calling someone out, Aquarius, You may be angry with someone, feeling as if they've been deceptive about a lot of money. Wow. Or you're calling someone out, feeling as if they cheated in a long-term commitment. So Aqua, whatever this is, you feel a bit stuck, guys, and I'm so sorry you're in this situation. You're either dealing with somebody who might have stepped out on you in a relationship, kept it secret, right? Did something risky, and you're really upset about this. Could be relating to this King of Pentacles. You may be sitting on the fence. Do I leave this guy or don't I? He sabotaged this relationship. I'm really unhappy about this. But you also don't want to sabotage your Ten of Pentacles. You may be thinking, this guy cheated on me, but I'm very stable in a relationship. I don't know what to do. If this is simply financial, we've got a lot of pentacles on the board. Pentacles, pentacles, pentacles. It may well be, Aquarius, that you expected money to be given to you from this King of Pentacles, but he's holding back, and you're intuiting that he may feel it will be risky to do that. And it might be because he's just given a large amount of money to an Empress who may have sort of run off with the money and is feeling a bit guilty. Which may mean, Aquarius, there's not enough money for you, something like that. You may be very disappointed in this Empress because you may feel she's caused you a lot of burden. And you may be saying to the King of Pentacles, because of this Empress and a large amount of money, I feel that's the reason why you don't have enough money to now give to me, because you sabotaged the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, guys. I feel this is a really serious situation where you may just feel stuck. I want to move forward, but I can't because I don't have the money. Or I want to leave this King of Pentacles, but I can't because I'm going to ruin my financial stability, even though he cheated on me, and you'll just cross with the whole situation. Underneath the deck, guys, we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, this has just caused you heartbreak, guys. Eight of Cups. Knight of Cups. The Chariot, Cancerian energy. You're sort of pulled in two different directions. You're either saying to yourself, despite the fact I don't have a lump sum of money, which was promised to me because this Empress sabotaged the Ten of Pentacles, could be a family situation, I'm going to press forward in any case, but this is you feeling very nervous. It's as if you're moving forward, but you're feeling very nervous. It's a bit erratic because you may feel deep down that this is a bit risky for you financially. You could be pressing forward in purchasing a house or signing on the dotted line for a rental contract, or you could be pressing on with renovations, but what you're thinking about is it's really, really risky. I feel as if I need to do this, but I don't think this King of Pentacles is going to step up with the money. It could all just disintegrate. And you're either angry with him or you're angry with an Empress. Or you want to get out of a marriage. You're very upset that this King of Pentacles cheated on you, but you're sitting on a lot of financial stability. And what you're thinking about is, okay, he cheated, but the difficult message of truth is, if I walk away from my marriage, I'm going to put myself in a risky financial situation. Do I just forgive him? Page of Pentacles. There is going to be an olive branch, Aquarius, or there is going to be a very small amount of money offered, but it's still going to cause you to feel left out in the cold, or it's still going to cause you to worry about your future stability. You're very nervous about this. With the energy of the Star, you may feel, I've just got to accept the status quo and heal, right? Four of Pentacles. Okay. So Aquarius, if this is financial, yeah, underneath that is a Ten of Wands. If this is financial, you may feel really burdened. You may be thinking, okay, well, I expected money from this King of Pentacles. It's not forthcoming. but I can't just sit in limbo. I have to keep going with a project, or I have to find somewhere to live. I've got to pay out money for something. I've got to do it. But you're very worried because you're getting to the point where you're clutching hold of 4 pentacles. Whatever this was has put you in a really difficult situation. If this is you finding out that your partner cheated, Aquarius, I actually think that you are going to say, I want to leave you. You may say to this guy, I think this is done. I can't believe you deceived me. And you may know that you'd be sabotaging your 10 of Pentacles, but you can't get over what he did. So even though you're going to be left in the 5 of Pentacles, you're going to decide to heal with the Star, clutch hold of your 4 Pentacles, hang on to what you've got. And even though it may be a burden, Aquarius, you may well be ending your relationship. You know? Now, Aqua, you could be a King of Pentacles who is married to an Empress who sabotaged the relationship with you. And you're thinking to yourself, I don't want to pay my Empress divorce money because she cheated on me, but I've got no choice. But what you're telling yourself is, okay, even if I have to lose the money, at least I'll be free. I'm not going to be with a woman who cheats on me anymore, you know? So it's risky, but you may be deciding as a masculine, it's time to be single. This could go so many ways, guys. Here we go, my lovely Aquas. Let's see what the angels have to say. What is the advice, please? Archangel Michael, for my lovely Aquarians, whoever you are in the mix, guys. This feels complicated, people. Wow, Aquarius, they are suggesting you totally let go. Let go of hoping for a great outcome in terms of money. Let go of this person. Let go, Aquarius, is the advice from the angels. Let go of this. Forget about this. Listen to your intuition. You know, Aquarius, what you should do. You should let go, okay? All right, guys, I am leaving it there. Thank you for being here. It's lovely to be with you. Have a great weekend. And we're now moving to the final sign of Pisces. Hello, my lovely Pisces, my beautiful fishies. How goes it? Hope you're well. Hope you have a nice weekend planned. I plan to put my feet up. I hope at least on Sunday. All right, guys, let's get into this. What do we have, Archangel Michael, for the final sign of Pisces? What do we have for Pisces, please? Thank you, Michael. Ooh, okay. I'm getting a very quiet energy from you, Pisces. Are you thinking about something intently? Are you just deciding not to contact someone? Are you not speaking to someone? Oh, I hope not, guys. I hope this is a really good reading for you. Okay. I'm just getting silence. Wow. You may be in your head. You may have to do some really serious thinking for some reason. Wow. 9 of Swords. Oh, guys. Okay. You're worried about something, Pisces. You're having sleepless nights about something. Something's playing on your mind. The Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. What are you worried about? You may be worried, Pisces, that something's going on in another area of the world. You don't quite know what it is, but you don't think it's good. Or you may be worried, Pisces, that you've manifested an ending. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is working on a situation. Page of Swords. I'm getting a big pushback energy from you. You are stressed out that you've manifested an ending, but you're working hard, Pisces, on your finances. And you may be giving someone a difficult message of truth, something they don't want to hear. The Moon. You may be saying that you think someone is hiding something from you. Or you may be telling someone that because of the situation they've put you in, you are sat in a place of fear and stress. You may be being honest with someone. Because of what you did, I'm here feeling stressed. Because someone took a leap of faith and a risk. Could be with an Aries or could be with a Scorpio. Somebody took a leap of faith and a risk, Pisces, which has stressed you out. Because after they did that, everything changed for you. Everything shifted, everything changed. It put you in a place of fear. Because this was an unequal give and take situation. Queen of Cups, there we have you. You've got a lovely, warm, open, compassionate heart, Pisces, but I feel someone did something risky which caused you a lot of stress. You don't quite know what's going on in another dynamic because you may live at a distance from someone or a group of people. You're working hard to stabilize yourself, but you are sat in fear and you're not afraid to tell someone. Because of what you did, I'm here stressing out. Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, yeah. Someone's being very defensive with you about the Ten of Pentacles. Someone's giving you a pushback. And they're giving you a pushback, Pisces, because somehow their ships are coming in and they want to close out the cycle. So whoever this is, whether or not this is someone who you were hoping to receive a lump sum of money from, whether or not this is an individual that you had a romantic interest in, whoever this is causing you a lot of stress. They may live in another area, so you don't really know what's going on. You're just getting your head down working. But you are relaying to this person, Pisces, the difficult message of truth, which is, I'm sat in fear and stress here because of what you did. You took a leap of faith and a risk, which completely changed the situation. There was unequal give and take. I've been here, loving, warm, giving, whereas I'm not getting anything from you. You're being very defensive about the Ten of Pentacles. I'm kind of waiting for a response from you, but I'm getting nothing. So Pisces, you may decide to cut your losses. If they're not communicating with you, if they're being evasive, if you don't feel they're telling you the truth, if you feel they did something risky with money, or they did something risky relating to a partnership, you're just refusing to talk. Wow, guys. Underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Whatever the situation is, Pisces, this has been a long time coming. This could have been a situation you had to deal with over several years. It might have related to a Queen of Wands. It might have related to a King of Wands. Wow. And it may be that there's also someone else in the mix who is sat in the Nine of Pentacles. Very financially stable. Eight of Wands. Pisces, you're communicating that you feel left out in the cold. You're communicating that you're clutching hold of Four Pentacles. You feel something underhanded went on here. You can't quite put your finger on it, but what you're nervous about is someone isn't doing the right thing. Someone is not stepping up. Somebody's being very evasive. They're either trying to hide something from you, or you may feel they somehow owe you money that's just not forthcoming. And they want to close out the cycle, and that's that, Pisces, because their ships are coming in. They're protecting the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Whilst you, Pisces, sit in the Four of Pentacles feeling all burdened and stressed out. You may be trying to make decisions in your life, guys, but you can't because you feel there's a lot hidden from you. And so you don't quite know whether or not to progress in a situation, or whether or not to put one foot in front of the other, or there's a difficult scenario based around money, and somebody's being very defensive. It's as if, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, can't do this, or can't give you what I said I was going to give you. And you're recognizing that, and you're just a bit nervous. 5 of Pentacles. You either feel left out in the cold from what's really going on, feeling that somebody's not being honest, or Pisces, you are just sat feeling a bit nervous because financially things are very difficult for you. 4 of Swords, and you're wondering what to do. Okay, well, things are really difficult for me here. I don't quite know what to do. You may be thinking about getting a loan. You could be thinking about selling a property. You could be thinking about lowering your expenses by moving to another area. If this is financial, there's a lot of Pentacles energy here, guys. What I would do in this situation, if this is financial, is to pull back as much as you can pertaining to spending any money, okay? Pull back on buying anything that is really not essential. Take care of your savings, look at your investments, be very savvy financially. There is no point, Pisces, in you sitting in stress, no point whatsoever, because it may be you can't do anything about it anyway, all right? It may well be that if this is a family dynamic and you feel something's going on, but people aren't being honest, unless you actually travel to that destination, you're not going to know. You may decide to do that. You may decide to surprise someone and see what's really going on. Or Pisces, you may think, well, to hell with it. You know what? If somebody isn't stepping up, if somebody isn't doing the right thing, there's nothing I can do. All I can do is get my head down and work, try to forget about this. And if they are, in your eyes, Pisces, you think trying to be sneaky about something, you may just decide to cut communication. I mean, this is you believing that someone's being defensive about the 10 of Pentacles, waiting for their ships to come in, but they're not telling you what's going on. So you may decide to cut contact, guys. You may. Okay. Let's move into angel answers. Let's see what comes through. Archangel Michael, what's the advice for my lovely Pisces, please, to close out their reading? Friday, the 5th of December. Thank you, Michael. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Michael's saying shuffle again. I think a particular card needed to come out, but I chose the wrong one. Okay. Oh, bless. Pisces, there is no need to worry. The Pisces, my Pisces, the angels don't want you to worry. The angels don't want you to worry, guys. Just choose a new direction. Or they're saying, don't worry about moving in a new direction. Now, they're either saying, don't worry, let go, right? Do what is right for you. Or if you've been thinking, Pisces, I believe I should move, then what they're saying is that's the right decision for you to make. Yes, don't worry, but you might need to move in a new direction. Okay? All right, guys. So I am going to leave the reading there. Have a lovely weekend, whatever you're up to. Take care of you. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.